kind of looks like I've been chosen by Jesus because I'm so luminous, but actually it's just because it's a very sunny day, and for some strange reason I decided to film this video outside, which is why there are so many lovely sounds. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm still waiting for the day where scientists release a paper saying that dog people and normal people are just a completely different species. And I'll tell you why. So there's no problem identifying a dog person. They'll be the person in the baggy t-shirt, covered in mud, in the combat trousers, loads of pockets, often a raincoat, and in many cases, a bum bag will be in the mix there as well. Now you may just think this is because we have rubbish fashion sense, and that's true. But also, it's because we need these pockets. Function comes before fashion. And even though we have no fashion sense, we know what functional clothes are. It's like this one time, I had these gorgeous trousers, and I loved them. But, and this is why I have trust issues, they had false pockets. I mean, there were pockets there, but they had been sewn up. So, they were pockets, but they weren't pockets. And the thing is, if you want to have pockets, why don't you just have pockets? Why sew them up and make them into false pockets when they could be pockets? Because these amazing trousers that were at the top of my list of good trousers went from the top to the bottom because I couldn't put poo bags in them, therefore I couldn't wear them, ever. Apart from if I was going out with other people, which, for reasons that I'll come to later, will never really happen. For a dog person, those disgusting green trousers with the massive pockets that are left at the back of the shop on the sale rack that nobody wants are the ideal buy. Just because of those pockets. We overlook every other detail apart from the pockets, because those pockets are incredible. We can put poo bags, treats, leads, toys, harnesses, whatever in those pockets. A dog person's pockets is like the TARDIS. On the inside there's so much stuff, and people underestimate pockets, but they are incredible. Like, if you found a pair of my trousers lying around somewhere and you went through the pockets, you'll find the most incredible things. Lost keys, money, maybe that halter harness that I lost ages ago. That's probably in a pocket somewhere that I've just forgotten about. And they say that an average house contains around £2,000 worth of unused items that could be flogged on. My pockets probably contain that much alone. Actually, even this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is covered in mud at the back. I don't know if you can see it because of the brightness, but there's dirt all over it because I was doing some tricks in the garden earlier which involved me laying down on the floor and bramble jumping onto my feet, and then when I got up it was just mud everywhere. But it's on the back, so I didn't even know it was there. And that's another reason why dog people always look so scruffy, because it was on my back, so I could have just been walking around, because I don't look at my back. I don't know if many people look at their back, but I don't look at my back. And so I could just have gone out to the shops and not known there was mud all over my back. Whereas normal people wouldn't be laying on the floor anyway. Well, I doubt they would be. So then they wouldn't have the mud on their back. Therefore, I'm a scruffy dog person without even knowing it. And then there's the friends issue. Now, I don't know about many dog people here, but speaking from my own experience, I don't have many good friends that I actually like that much. That's probably because having a dog, you raise the bar way too high, and sometimes I'm sat there with my friends and I'm thinking, I'd be having so much more fun if you guys were dogs. And probably makes me a terrible person for saying that, but it's so true. And dog people probably watching this like, I've been there, I've had that thought. Sometimes I don't know how to speak to normal people. They're there having this conversation and they go, oh Jodie, what have you been doing recently? And I'm like, well, I'm stuck in the house at the moment because my bitch is in season, so I can't take her out for walks. And they're like, I'm like, oh yeah, my bitch is in season. And they're like, don't know what that means. And then I explain that my dog's on her period, and then they're like, I didn't know dogs had periods. And then you're like, what? Are you really that stupid? And then there's the whole dog pretentiousness, where you know more about someone's dog than they know about their dog. And then dog people themselves, because I wasn't born into the dog world, I kind of snuck in. They have little elite groups, and it's so hard to get into them. And they even speak in code. They have their own language. Like, a dog person could say to another dog person, I saw a GSD the other day, and it was so ugly looking. I think it's from a BYB. And that makes complete sense. To a normal person, they'll be like, OMG WTF. But For a dog person, they would know exactly that that meant I saw a German Shepherd dog the other day, and it was so ugly, it must have come from a backyard breeder. But for normal people, that scares them, and they back off. They're like, whoa, they have their own language and everything. Weird. And then there's bis and rubis. Rubis and abyss, they are not words in the English dictionary. However, to a dog person, bis and rubis are these highly prestigious words, and everybody loves them. If you went to a normal group of people and said, my dog got bis, they'll be like, is that a disease? Is your dog okay? No, bis means best in show, and rubis means reserve best in show, everybody. That's another weird thing that us dog people say, and we just accept it, and we just think that everybody knows what it means. When I first entered the dog world, everyone was writing about bis and rubis. I just pretended that I knew what it meant, but no, I didn't, and it took me a good long while to actually work out that it meant best in show and reserve best in show. Oh no, rubis, is that like a worse strain of bis? No, bis, rubis, they're good. Then there's the extreme walkies that people need to know about. Because I've been asked by my friends, do you want to go to the beach later? Because it looks like it's going to be a nice day. And I say, no, I can't go to the beach because I'm taking my dog for a walk. And then they're like, but taking your dog for a walk, that doesn't take all day. We can still go to the beach later. And then I correct them and say, no, but you don't know about extreme walkies. You see, I could leave to take my dogs for a walk at 9 o'clock in the morning and not get back until it's dark because we've gone for an adventure. And that's not a normal thing to do for normal people. But for dog people, that's completely normal. Sometimes you see that it's going to be good weather and you just leave and no one sees you for a whole day. And when your friends finally persuade you to go out and then you're sat there in the club like, I wonder what my dogs are doing. I'd really like to be at home watching TV snuggled up with the dogs right now. And also another thing about dog people is the magazines. They're like a bounty of knowledge and it's incredible. These dog magazines, they are incredible and you don't understand them, but until you have dogs, these magazines have so much incredible stuff in them and it's really exciting. And at one point I was subscribing to like 5 magazines and newspapers, like dog newspapers of course, and the day that the postman came and they all came through the letterbox. It's like in Harry Potter when he gets all his letters from Hogwarts and then my parents are there like, no, and I'm just there jumping around like, yes, magazines, newspapers, dogs everywhere. That time of the month where you get all of your dog magazines and newspapers that you're subscribed to. And if someone hands me a baby and they hand it to me and I'm like, what do I do with this? And then somebody hands me a puppy and I'm like, I love you, you're so cute. I think it's a dog person thing not to like babies that much. I mean, you can like babies, yeah, but you see a puppy and you're like, oh, my heart is melting. And you see a baby and it's like, it's got bogies coming out of its nose. Babies, no. Puppies, And then you log on to Facebook and you see this particular brand of dog products have released a new collar and it's so pretty and you're like, I have to get this collar for my dog. And then my parents or friends or whatever, they say, no, your dog already has 43 collars, and you say, no, but it's not as pretty as this collar. And then you go ahead and you buy a new collar, and then after a couple of months they bring out the new collar. It's like the iPhone, they bring out the new collar and then you have to have that one, so then this old collar, which is still a new collar, is added to the pile of old collars, and it's just a continuous cycle because you always need a new collar for your dog. They're so pretty, or leads, or beds, or bowls. My dogs have like 12 bowls. They only have one mouth each. I have 2 dogs. They don't need that many bowls, but they have so many, and they're so pretty, and you always have to get every new product that comes out. You're like, but my dog doesn't have that one with that exact pattern on, so therefore I must buy it for them. I must acquire it, otherwise I'd be a bad dog owner. And finally, there's those people who have never had a dog and they don't understand it, and they will say, why are you so obsessed with them? It's just a dog. And you're there like, never in my lifetime will the words just a dog be used consecutively in a sentence. There is no such thing as just a dog, be it the smallest one, the biggest one, the most slobbery one, the chubbiest one, whatever. These are the most amazing animals. I think the fact that there are dog people at all proves how amazing they are, that there are people who have devoted their lives to their dogs, and I for one am very proud that I'm a dog person, because it means that I'm somebody who's discovered how amazing these animals are and how loving and devoted and everything that they are, and I'm a dog person and I am proud. And now that I've said all of this stuff, I hope that other dog people can relate to me, because otherwise it'd be so awkward. I've poured out the feelings from the darkest, deepest recesses of my soul to put forward to you guys. And if you don't agree with the stuff that I've said, then it'll make me look like a total and utter moron and a weirdo, which most people see me as already, but I mean, it kind of confirms what they believe. If you agree with what I've said, please give me a thumbs up. And even leave me a comment down below. If you think that I'm some blabbering nutcase who belongs in a loony bin, also leave me a comment. Thanks for watching! And then there's this time I was trying to record a video and this idiot wouldn't stop using power tools. Oh wait, that's right now.